Hi everyone, Miss Curdy here, and today we are going to be working on another practice sheet with subtraction with regrouping when there is a 0. So this is the sheet that has a little mouse at the top, and you're going to notice that each of these problems now has 1 0 somewhere in our top number. So again, let's just remember that whenever the top number is smaller, the top digits are smaller than the bottom digits, we will need to regroup. And when we're regrouping, we go to the place value right next to our number. We can never jump over one to take from another. So let's take a look at this first problem, 306 minus 278. So just looking at this problem, I see I have a 6 in the up here and an 8 down there, so I know I will need to regroup that column. And then in my tens column, I have a 0 and a 7. So again, I'm going to need to regroup there because if I have nothing here, I can't possibly take away 7 at this point. So let's start in our ones place like always. I know I can't do 6 minus 8, so I need to regroup. But when I go to my tens place, I notice that that's empty. No problemo. I need to go to my hundreds place first, take from there, and fill up my tens column. Now that I've filled up, I'm going to just zoom in a little bit closer. Now that I've filled up my tens, there's now stuff that I can take away from. So I'm going to take one of those tens away, so I'll have 9 left. And I'm going to give that 10 to the ones column. So I've had 6 already, so now I'll have 16 because 10 plus 6 is 16. Now that all of my regrouping is done, I'm able to go through and subtract. 16 take away 8 is 8. 9 minus 7 is 2, and 2 minus 2 is 0. So my answer will be 28. Let's take a look at our next problem. I'm looking at my ones column first. 9 minus 9 is something I can do because they're both the same. So if I have 9 and I take away 9, I'll just be left with nothing. I will need to regroup my tens column though, because I have nothing in that tens column there and I need to take away 4. So 9 minus 9 is 0. 0 minus 4 cannot be done at this point. So I'm going to regroup. I'll take 1 away from my hundreds and I'll fill up my 10. So now I have 10 there. 10 minus 4 is 6. 7 minus 3 is 4. And again, to check my work, I can add these two numbers together and it should bring me up to 809. So for this next one, I notice that I have a 0 in my ones place, so I'll definitely need to regroup there. And here it looks like I'm okay right now because I have a 5 minus a 5, but let's see what happens when we go through the problem. So 0 minus 7, I know I need to regroup, so I'm going to go to my tens column and make that a 4 and give it to my ones column, so my ones column will now be a 10. I was okay here to start with, but now I've just made a little bit of a problem having only 4 here. But that's an easy problem to solve. I'll just regroup again in a moment. So now that my ones column is taken care of, I'm going to look at my tens. 4 take away 5 I cannot do, so I will regroup here. Instead of having 4 hundreds, I'll have 3 hundreds. And now instead of having 4 tens, I'll have 14 tens. 10 minus 7 is 3. 14 minus 5 is 9. 3 take away 3 is 0, so I'll have 93. So at this point, give 1 or 2 or even all 3 of these a try. I left you space here to check with addition. So in each of these little spots, you can check your work to see how you did. And again, to do that, you'll take your answer and add it to this little piece we took away, and we should get back to our top number. After you've tried 1, 2, or even 3 of these, press play again so you can come and check your work with us. Whoops. Okay, let's go through these next 3. I'm taking a peek here. I know I can't subtract my ones and I cannot subtract my tens. I'll have to do some regrouping. So in my ones column, I'm looking towards my tens. Tens is empty. So I'm going to come over here and take away 100, fill up my tens with that 10 tens that I got from my 100, and then take one of those guys away. So that will become a 9, and my 4 becomes a 14. 14 minus 9 is 5. 9 minus 7 is 2, and 8 minus 3 is 5. So to do my check, I'm going to take this number and add it to 379, and I should get back up to 904. 9 and 15 is 14. Carry my 1. 7, 8, 9, 10. So far, we're looking good. 8, 9. So I got 904 and 904. So I know I did my subtraction perfectly. Taking a look at here, 0 minus 9 I cannot do, so I'll need to regroup. My tens column is looking okay for now. We'll see how it ends up. So 0 minus 9, I'm going to need to regroup. I'll take one of those tens away, so I'll have 4 left, and give it to the ones column. So now I have 10 ones. 10 minus 9 is 1. 4 minus 4. All right, I'm okay there because I know if I have 4 and I take away 4, I'll have 0 left. 2 minus 1 is 1. And again, to check my work, I would go and add these together. And I end back up at 250, so I know my work is correct. All right, if you haven't tried any on your own, give this one a shot, and then check your work and press play to see the answer. Okie dokie. I'm looking here. I know I'll need to regroup here because I have a smaller digit on the top, and also my tens column is not looking good either. So I'm going to start by filling up that tens column, and now I can fill up my ones column. 11 minus 4 is 7. 9 minus 8 is 1. 5 minus 2 is 3. And again, I can check my work, which is really cool. So you always know if you did this right or not. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 8, 9, 10. Carry my 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, which brings me back to 601. So once again, I know my work is complete. So that is subtracting when we have a 0 in the mix. And our next video will be some more subtraction, but when I have a double 0. So when we have numbers like 300, 800, and 400 on how to solve those. So if you'd like some more practice with that, grab the sheet that has the yarn on it, and I'll meet you back here. Have a good one.